let me walk you through really quick on all of the different possibilities to post your podcast episodes on your WordPress website. And hey, before we start, we love talking about marketing and building online businesses here at Thrive Team. So if you're into that and you find the video useful, please do consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Okay, so the most important step that you need to think about is where are you going to host your podcast episodes? And what I mean with hosting is, once you've finished recording your podcast, you're going to have an MP3 file that needs to go somewhere on the cloud so that then people can listen to it through the internet. And here is where we start to have different options at our disposal. Option one, and by far my favorite one, is signing up for a podcast hosting solution that will host your podcast episodes for you and distribute them to all of the most popular streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and so on. This is my favorite way of hosting podcast episodes because even though it will cost you a little bit of money, it's going to save you a lot of time. And it also comes with other advantages like being able to track analytics across all of these different streaming platforms in one centralized place. Some of the most popular options these days are platforms like Podbean, Buzzsprout, Spreaker. I mean, there's a lot of them. Try doing a simple Google search and see which one convinces you the most. Most of them do more or less the same thing. So yeah, don't overthink it too much. Pick one that you think is going to be around in 10 years because migrating your show to a different hosting platform can be a pain if you've got a lot of podcast episodes published. Option two is to simply upload the MP3 file to your WordPress media library, but I don't recommend you do this because you're going to fill up your site storage with a bunch of audio files, and then your WordPress hosting provider is going to charge you more money because you need more storage, and things can just get a little bit clunky. So if you're looking like to simply host one audio file, then yeah, that's fine. But if you're looking to publish your podcast on your site on a regular basis, we need to consider a better strategy. All right, say that you go with option number one and you find a good podcast hosting solution. How do you go about actually posting your podcast episodes on your WordPress website? Well, there's two ways to do this, and depending on your strategy and intent behind publishing your podcast episodes on your website, you may want to follow one or the other one. The fastest way is by simply embedding your podcast episode directly from either Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Streaming platforms allow you to grab the HTML source of their player and embed it on a page or post of your own. And you can do this as seen on screen. You simply grab the HTML code of your podcast episode and embed it on your page using a page builder like Thrive Architect, for example. Now, my problem with this method is that while it's an easy, fast, and effective way to get your podcast episode embedded on your site, it can also be a little bit of a distraction because a lot of people will simply see Spotify's embedded player, click on it, and leave your site and go listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And hey, that may very well be okay with you as long as people are listening to your show, right? Like I said earlier, that may be your goal and intent. To each their own strategy, but there is another way of doing it that will keep visitors listening on your site. If you're using Thrive Theme Builder as your WordPress theme, you should know that it comes with a series of different blog post templates that you can use. One of those is the audio player blog post template, and it allows you to create blog posts that feature an audio file at the very top of your post. This player isn't branded by Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and the only way to listen to your podcast episode if you use this template is by listening to the audio on your site. And this is cool if you're including call to actions on your show that prompt people to buy a product or service from you, because you can customize each different blog post however you want. If in one episode you're promoting a skincare product, you can have content and ads underneath your audio player about that very same product. No streaming platform is going to give you that conversion focused experience that your website is going to provide you with. So yeah, something to consider. All you gotta do to set this up is, again, host your podcast episode somewhere like Podbean or Buzzsprout, and then take the source URL of your audio file and stick it inside the backend of your audio post on WordPress. It really is that simple, and then you'll be able to play it on the front end of your post. All right, let me know which method and strategy you're going to be using, and please don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. It is also a great time for you to consider subscribing to our channel if you found the video useful. And hey, there is a link in the description box that you can click on if you want to learn more about Thrive Theme Builder and all of the different amazing templates that it comes with. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time, and I'll see you soon. Thanks again. Bye.